Howdy there, folks. I'm Gene the Pink Panther, and today we've started up the Sega CD so that we can play Sonic CD. This is a very different, very fantastic Sonic the Hedgehog game that is so different from any other Sonic game. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the best intro in all of Sonic ever.
You're strong, you can fly, you can reach the other side of the rainbow. It's alright, take a chance, 'cause there is no circumstance that you can't handle. When you use your mind, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, keeps you running fast. Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, save the planet from disaster. From the dark to the light, it's a supersonic flight. Gotta keep it going. Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, keeps you running fast. Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, save the planet from disaster. Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, spinning through the world in motion. Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom.
Damn, was that kick-ass or what? That is my favorite intro of any Sonic game ever. Granted, now I'm kind of lying. I actually ripped that from Sonic Mega Collection for the GameCube. They, not redid it, but they remastered it. It's super high frame rate, everything. The one in the actual Sega CD game, it's actually pretty jerky. Although I don't know how it is on Xbox Live or anything. Anywho, let's go ahead and start it up. So this Sonic game, it's very different from any other Sonic game out there, but at the same time, it still keeps true to the classic Sonic the Hedgehog formula, if you will. You still run, you still curl into a ball, you still jump on enemies, you still collect rings. But clearly, as you just saw, there are past and future signposts, and if after you run into them and you get a big burst of speed, you go zipping and hurling through time, and it's psychedelic and colorful. And ba-boom, now you're in the past. Or the future. Although, one big well, you know what, I'll save that. There's so much for me to talk about with Sonic CD. That right there is the peel-out move. This is a move that is only in 3 games as far as I'm aware. Sonic CD being one of them. Now granted, it takes a bit for it to actually happen, as does the spin dash. But, you know, you go super duper fucking fast and it's pretty awesome. So, what makes this game so different? Well, as I mentioned, there's time travel elements. This has been in plenty of games. In fact, I've actually already done a game with time travel elements implemented, and that was Chrono Trigger. Fantastic game. Well, this game's kind of like Chrono Trigger in that you're going to the past to change the future, if you will. God, that wasn't even a joke. That was terrible. But anyway, basically, Dr. Eggman has found this floating planet thing that flies around Earth, I guess, and he's chained it to a mountain, as you saw in the opening. And it's now, I think it's actually called the Little Big Planet, or maybe it's just Little Planet. I don't know, but he's chained it to that so he can make Eggman Land or whatever. Basically, the Eggman Empire, which would actually be pretty swell. But of course, the games don't want us to actually see that. So your goal is to go into the past and make a good future in every time zone. You have to do this for every single act. Fortunately, you do that by jumping into a roboticizer. You already saw it, if you were paying attention. But anyway, Much like Sonic the Hedgehog 1, when you approach the goal sign, if you have 50 or more rings, a special ring will appear, the gigantic ring I jumped into, which will take us to this special stage. Jeez, Lou, there's so much to explain, and it's going so fast. I'm hoping I can keep up. Well, then I should quit dilly-dallying. So, the special stage has this really awesome Mario Kart, like, style field thing. That's what this always reminds me of. And actually, this is probably my favorite special stage in all of Sonic. I like it so much more than Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Sonic 1's special stages were absolute shit, but, you know. I like it better than Sonic 2's special stages, and I actually like Sonic 2's special stages quite a bit. I like it better than Sonic 3 and Knuckles' special stages. I really like it. It's really, really simple, though. Basically, as you've been seeing, your goal is to run around and hit all the UFOs. You have a time limit, and the rings, they don't fucking matter. But once you destroy all the UFOs, you get a time stone. Wait a minute, time stone? Isn't that the Chaos Emerald? No, it just looks like it. It's a time stone. What do the time stones do? You know, I'm not completely sure. I guess they prevent Dr. Eggman from conquering Little Planet by making it to where he can't time travel with them or something. I'm not sure how it works. I haven't read the instruction manual in forever. Basically, though, by collecting every single time stone in the game, you ensure that you get the good ending. And this game is pretty fucking great in that, unlike a lot of Sonic games, like Sonic the Hedgehog 1, the bad ending was really just a try again sign and whatnot, where the good ending was really just you getting a bunch of flowers. Fuck. It was really just you getting a bunch of flowers. This game, oh good lord, no. No, no. The good futures, the bad futures, the good ending, the bad ending, it's all very, very different, and it's worth at least 2 playthroughs. Like I said earlier, you need a big boost of speed in order to time travel. This can be kind of hard to do in the later levels, but I'm going to show you the best places, I feel, to actually do this. You have to go into the past in every single act. This is... I was going to say this earlier, but you don't really ever need to travel to the future. That was the roboticizer. Actually, all the enemies turn into flowers, so I'm going to call it a flowericizer, or a flower sizer. That's it. But you have to destroy that. By destroying that, you ensure that you get a good future in this act. And from here on, it doesn't matter. You can touch as many signposts as you want. That is a hologram of Metal Sonic kicking the fuck out of a squirrel. Holy shit. We'll be seeing Metal Sonic later. Anyway, though, yeah, invincibility's still here, though I don't know what the music's trying to be. I don't think it's trying to be Sonic Boom, but yeah. So this game is a lot of it is very heavily based off of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and believe me, we're going to be seeing a lot of examples. I'm going to point quite a few of them out to you, but anyway. This is Sonic CD, it's fucking great. Since I have 60 rings, there's the sign telling me that there's the goalpost, and, of course, the gigantic ring at the end. This is the only game with that jingle when you clear an act, and I really like that jingle. I wish it would show up in another game. So anyway, the special stage. I already mentioned you have to destroy all the UFOs. You do have a time limit, and it's steadily going down. If you touch water at all, it drops really quick, like... even a split second, not even a whole second, like a quarter of a second takes off like 10 seconds off of your timer. It's insane. You never touch the water. A lot of the walls are really bumperific. I really wanted to say that. But they like to bump you around. They're actually really glitchy. In fact, we're going to have a nice example of this later on. I don't think it's this special stage. There are all kinds of fans and springs and shit to just fuck with your groove. See, look at that. I was barely in the water twice there, and it dropped my timer from like 60 seconds down to 30. It is insane. So anyway, we've got one UFO left. There's also those dash pad things on the ground, but I really have never found any particular use. When you drop below 20 seconds, a blue UFO appears. When you jump into that, you get like a shitload more time, like 30 seconds. This happens anytime you drop below 20 seconds, not just the first time, so if you're... They really couldn't make the special stages any easier than what they are, you know? You start running low on time, jump into the blue UFO. It usually stays still. Anyway, with that, we got 2 time stones. Fantastic, right? So, let's go ahead and head to Act 3. And this is the good future of Act 3. The bad future is so drastically different. I'm either going to show that in an extra video, or else I'm going to link you to someone else's extra video. But anyway, we'll get to that. Much like Sonic the Hedgehog 1, every Act 3 is a Dr. Eggman boss fight, and if you grab the invincibility, this boss is unbelievably pathetic. If you didn't, this boss is still unbelievably pathetic. I know it's the first boss, but really, it couldn't get much easier. And ladies and gentlemen, that was Palm Tree Panic of Sonic CDs. I love this game. It's so unique, so fantastic. Stay tuned for part 2.